What makes an effective leader? Someone say, what makes an effective leader? Because I've told you what leadership is. I've told you what it's not. Now the question becomes, what makes an effective leader? So real quick in the room, if I can get 10 people, real quick, what do you believe makes an effective leader? Anybody want to share? What's an effective leader? Anybody who wants to? No hands up. Oh, yes. What's it? Communication. Give a round of applause. Communication. Awesome. Yes. Passion. Give a round of applause. Awesome. Yes. Growth. Give a round of applause. Awesome. Yes. Being selfless. Awesome. Give a round of applause. Awesome. Yes. Prudence. Give a round of applause. Awesome. Yes. Dependability. Yes. Confidence. Yes. Huh? Active listening. Yes. Give a round of applause. I got spot on. Humility. Yes. Give a round of applause. As you can see, there's several different characteristics when it comes to effective leadership. And again, you're going to learn about this throughout the conference, but I'm going to give you one of the things that I think is important when it comes to effective leadership. And that concept is discovering the greatness or the leader from within and using that to make an impact in other people's lives. When I look at effective leaders, number one, they have an understanding of what their strength is. They know what their passion is. They're aware of their vision. They have a heart to help people, to serve people, to make an impact in people's lives. And they use that in order to make things better or to make an impact in the lives of others or the organization. Someone say effective leadership. That's what I discovered. And this is important when it comes to leadership because what it lets me know is if I'm going to be an effective leader, I got to start uncovering, identifying the greatness that's on the inside. Someone say greatness. What is my gift? What are my values? Where's that love and where's that compassion and where's that empathy and what is that vision and what is that passion and what is that strength that's on the inside of me that needs to come out in order to make an impact? So I learned about effective leaders. I learned that effective leaders tapped into something on the inside and brought it out to help other people. So I realized there are people that will go into a classroom and there'll be kids in need and they'll bring out the greatness inside of them to help the kids in need. I found out that there will be people that will go to third world countries and help people that need help health-wise by doing what they can to bring out the greatness and galvanizing of others in order to make an impact. I've realized that there's people that battle challenges and obstacles, and there's people that bring out the greatness of motivation and inspiration to inspire and to transform the lives of people to move forward. In essence, I've discovered that one of the keys of effective leadership is being able to uncover that greatness on the inside and ultimately to make an impact. It's one of the reasons I love this quote by Miles Monroe. Watch this. He says, your value in life is determined by the problems. Someone say problems you solve through your gift. So my value as a leader can be determined by the problems I solve through my gift. What problem are you about to solve? What challenge are you about to overcome? That's what leaders do. But they use the gifts, the passion, the inspiration, the values, the qualities on the inside to make an impact. I share this with you not because I know it's true, but because it actually happened in my life. When I was 19 years of age, I had played basketball my entire life, as I shared with you earlier. And my aspiration was that I was going to go to the NBA, and I was going to have a career in the NBA, and then I was going to be a sports broadcaster. And that was the trajectory of my life. That's where I was headed. Unfortunately, life happens. And at the age of 19 years of age, I tried out for the basketball team, and I got cut because someone walked through the door that was 6'10". And they had a decision to make. 6'2" or 6'10", they had a lot of guards, they took 6'10". At that point, I was pretty devastated because you must understand, for 13 years of my life, that was my aspiration, that was my dream, that's what I wanted to do. But as I look back, I'm actually excited about that happening in my life because it not only worked to my good, but it taught me a big lesson. And the lesson is this, that rejection is direction to something better. And so my rejection turned into a direction because the very next semester, I had a communications class and I had to do a public speech. And like some people, I was very nervous, and I had only spoken twice publicly at that point. And I get up there and I start talking, and it's just flowing. It's flowing. And the person's like, yeah, keep going, keep going. And the professor is so excited. And I'm speaking, yeah, keep going. Good, good, good. And I get an A in the class. At that point, I realized something that was a game changer for me. I realized that I had a gift to talk. I had the gift of gab. My friends will tell you that when I was in college, we would go to major award shows, and I would be able to talk our way in to some of the greatest award shows that you see on television. When they would have after parties in Hollywood, I would talk ourselves in to these incredible after parties. So I met Halle Berry. I can tell you where I met Halle Berry, and I always tell people she held my hand, and I didn't know what to do with myself, and she held it tightly, and I was like, I probably could have got with her. I should have tried to talk to her at that moment. I always share that story. I was 19 years of age. I tell people, I'll never forget when I met Justin Timberlake, and I met Britney Spears, and I tell people I met Alicia Keys, and I tell people she kind of gave me a look. I think I may have had a chance with her too, but I met Alicia Keys. I tell people I was in the front row sitting next to Mary J. Blige before she went up to perform on stage. I met Brandy. Going back, I met Lauryn Hill, T and Tamara. I met them. I actually knew them pretty well. I just got all these stories when I was younger. I saw Shaq a couple times. I had all these stories because I had a gift of gab. I was able to talk my way into stuff and get to certain places. I can tell you an experience one time. Well, I have time. I got a little time, so I'm doing more. But I can tell you a story one time. I'll never forget. I went to the award show, and I was actually writing for a newspaper, and I was on the outside. I was like, man, I got to get in. I want to interview these celebrities. I got to get in. So I'm sitting out there, and I always knew that if you're gonna get into something where you don't have a ticket, you got to act like you're important. And so I have a suit on, a tie. I'm like, I'm supposed to be here, so I'm walking around like this, and I'm on the outside, right? And one of my friends was a security guard there. Connections. And my friend is like, he's like, Josh, I can get you in, but once I get you in, you're on your own. I said, okay. So he lets me in the gate, and so I'm in the gate, and I'm walking, and I'm just walking with a celebrity like I'm going in, and then someone stopped me, said, where's your badge? And I'm like, I forgot to get it over there. And they're like, where's your badge? I'm like, it's over there. And they start looking, and all of a sudden this lady comes in, she grabs me. And says, come over here with me. And she says, here. She puts a badge on me. And says, do what you have to do. And I'm in the backstage connecting with people, getting interviews with people. Now, this is what's crazy, right? The next day, I go to church, and I see this woman at church, and I'd never seen her at church ever in my life. Like, what? And we look at each other in amazement, like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Well, that was awesome in itself, but I built the connection, and so every award show, she would always get me a pass, because we built a relationship, and I had to get the gap. So I discovered how to get to talk really early on. And so I took communications class because I could talk. And in my communications class, I had debate and argumentation. And I never lost. I was undefeated, 7-0. They were recruiting me, want you to be on the debate team. You're really good. And I would put all this effort into it. I would have glasses, I was just really into this. And I had a passion to speak. So I discovered my gift. I discovered my passion. And then I was part of an organization, and they said, well, does anyone want to talk? Well, obviously, if I have a passion, I have a gift, I want to talk. And I give my first presentation about the age of 20 years of age, about 30, 45 people in the room. And as I start speaking, people start bawling in tears, 50% of people. And at that point, I had an epiphany. Someone said epiphany. The epiphany that I had is that one day I'm going to travel the country and I'm going to be a speaker. Now, again, I had no idea how this was going to happen. I had no mentors. I had no coaches. There was no major motivational speaking. I just was like, I got a gift. I got a passion. I see the vision. I want to inspire people. I want to motivate people. This was a monumental moment for me because I had just identified the leader inside of me. No title, no position. But I had leadership. Someone say leadership. You say, what do you mean you're not leading no people? No, not yet. I'm not leading people yet because I first had to identify it. And then what I started doing, remember I told you you have to start acting before it actually happens? Remember I told you you have to step out and go after it? Like you can't wait, like start doing it now. I was on campus talking as much as I can. I put together a brochure, like y'all gotta have me come speak. I graduated and then I met a manager and she taught me the business of speaking and I would call college at 20, hey, I gotta come speak. Well, you're only 24 years old. What do you have to tell us? I don't know, but I'm a talker. I wanna come. And I began to move in uncertainty. I began to move and not understanding how things are gonna work out. But I began to become a leader. You know why? Because I tapped into me and started impacting lives. Started impacting them in speeches. Started impacting them at different speeches. And the business has started to grow. As I started to activate the leader in me and just help people. One audience, there was 2 people in the audience. That's okay. 2 people are important. Are you still here? Then I'd be an audience of 10,000, but I was using my gift and I was impacting people. And I come to find out that through this process, I began to emerge as a leader. And it wasn't because I was special, wasn't because I was rich, wasn't because I had status, wasn't because I was powerful. It was because I discovered the leader from within, and my work is what enabled me to be in a leadership position. And so now people are asking me, how do you become a speaker? What do I do to become a speaker? And now I'm in leadership positions. I'm in leadership roles, and I'm doing things as a leader to make an impact in the world, not because I'm special, not because I'm better than anybody else, but it's because I discovered the leader from within, and I have activated that. I have perfected that. I have maximized that as much as I can in order to make the world a better place. And I still ain't got no major title or position. I'm a speaker. I'm not a president of an organization. Well, you know what I mean? I'm not the president of a major nonprofit. I'm not an elected official, but I'm still a leader. Someone say leader. And so are you. You may not be an elected official. People may not know your name. As a matter of fact, people in this room may not know who you are. But if you have the attributes and you can begin to act on it, someone say, I'm a leader. You're a leader. And so as I was coming here to Georgia, I got to tell you, I'm getting pumped. I got to calm down. So I start getting excited because I start seeing your future. But I got to tell you, as I was coming here to Georgia, because I came from Miami, so I'm in Miami and Los Angeles. As I was coming here, I was super excited. You know why? Because I wanted to activate the leader in you today. I actually got a glimpse of my purpose in life. Actually, my purpose has become more clear. Imagine that. Well, Josh, you've been doing, no, but vision and purpose evolves. I realized one of my visions and purpose in life is to activate the leader in people. And I wanted you to understand what leadership is, because maybe someone came in here today and said, I don't see myself as a leader. Well, I hope that I paint a picture where now you see yourself as a leader. Maybe someone said, well, I don't know if I can lead right now because I'm not ready. Well, maybe I've inspired you to know that you're never going to be ready to lead. You become ready as you start leading. Oh, that's a good quote. You're never going to be ready to lead. You become better as you start leading. Someone tweet that because I want to keep. That's a good one for future reference. Maybe that's someone in the room. And here's an important one. Oh, I'm in Georgia. Okay. Don't even know the situation, and I'm not trying to be political, but I do want to be aware of where we are in the nation. And I'm not going to go there. I'm going to stay in your organization. When you elect a leader in your organization, your student organization, at least you know what things to look at before you put someone in a position. Because what I've discovered is organizations can have potential, but fail to reach potential because the wrong people are in leadership. So my hope today, when you walk out of here today, oh, I'm so excited. You're going to start leading. Tell someone, I'm going to start leading. That was kind of weak. I don't feel good about it. Tell someone, I'm going to start leading. You're going to start leading. You're going to start impacting. You're going to start making it inspiring people. The greatest, if you're here today and you're not a leader yet, I want you to walk out of here and know you are a leader. When you walk out of here, I want you to know, man, I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to get involved. You say, well, Joshua, why do I need to be a leader? And why is this important? Someone say, why? I'm on my way out of here, but I'm going to say, they say, well, why is it important? Because there's a study at Harvard University, and they discovered that 87% of people stated that the state of a community or a nation was dependent on. You want a better community? We need better leaders. You want a better nation? We need better leaders. You want a better world? We need better leaders. Now, I have no criticism toward no leader right now. I'm not here to criticize, but I think it's pretty quite clear if you watch news, no matter what your belief system is, it's quite clear we have some issues in our country. Would you agree? We have some issues in our world. Would you agree? Okay, awesome. Despite what your beliefs are, the reality is we have issues, and if we're going to solve the issues, we need leaders. Someone say leaders. We need you to be a leader. We need you to be a leader. We need leaders. So as you walk out of here today, understand we know what leadership is. Influence, destination, impact. We know that I don't have to be famous to be a leader. We know that I don't have to have the title to be a leader. And we know that part of effective leadership is unlocking the leader from within to make an impact. Someone say impact. Give yourself a round of applause.